Hello and welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a medieval role-playing game and it's set in the year 1403. It's in the area that was called Bohemia, which is now part of the Czech Republic. And it is about the time that the country was invaded by Hungarians who took over power, or tried to at least. And what I've been doing for this game now is for about 40 hours I've been playing it, the main quest and various side quests. I think it's a very enjoyable game. It still needs a bit of work though, but more on that after this play. I'm not gonna do any major quests in this. I just want to show you a little bit of what this game world is about and what you can do here. Now we play the character of Henry, and Henry is a blacksmith's son, and he is coming from another village called Skalitz, which already has been attacked by the Hungarians, the Cumans, and he had to flee. And unfortunately he had to leave his father and mother behind. They were unfortunately killed in the siege, and now he is at this place called Rattay. There's the castle, and we are here in front of the mill. And the miller is the uncle of Theresa, and Theresa is the girl that rescued us from Skalitz, believe it or not, because she called for Sir Radzig, who lives in this castle, to help us flee Skalitz. And here is Theresa. Hello Theresa, how are you? I'd like to ask about Skalitz.
Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
I think I need to crank up the volume a bit. How did you get me here?
How did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here, God bless them.
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zbyszek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
Let me change one thing. It's not that very polite.
I won't trouble you anymore.
Wearing this
Just
helmet,
leave it be.
so I'm gonna take that off. Let's take this one off. Well, we need to take a bit more off. Armor. See, there is a big inventory here with all sorts of stuff, and you normally play in first person, and you can see Henry actually only in third person when you have cutscenes or dialogues. So let's talk about Skalitz a bit more.
I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
So we have already asked how did she got us here and what happened to the bandits, and how could Zbyszek have done that?
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty piece of work. Doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those Cumans, they call them. When the Cumans came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard. Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzig. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
What happened to the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Rattay, and some of the Rattay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhojed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
So they were all people that lived in Skalitz. What happened
What
to
about
Sir?
Sir Radzig?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rattay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzig, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
How did you get away from those Cumans?
I thought I was finished, but I grabbed a dagger from one of them and... Wait, how do you know what happened to me?
Well, we had to flee, and there was no way of rescuing her. At least I thought. So I ran away. I should have tried to rescue her.
I fled from the castle. I saw what was happening to you, but there were too many of them, and I didn't know what to do. I knew I couldn't fight them all. I'm so sorry.
I understand. You made the sensible choice.
No, but I wanted to.
You don't need to say any more. Besides, I managed well enough on my own. I cut their throats.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
Well,
I won't trouble you anymore. Let's leave it be.
we can date her, but she's playing hard to get.
How about another little outing with me?
You never give up, do you? That would be great. Only not just now. Come and see me in a day or two.
Now then, that was what I wanted to let you know about Theresa, and now we have a quick look around the mill. It's in the evening, by the way, so the sun is about to set. And this is the mill, and Theresa's uncle Pashek, he's living here together with Theresa. And well, there he is. He's a miller. He mills grain into flour. We could have a little word with him, because he's a bit of a character, actually. The thing is, he's a bit of a shady character. You can sell stolen goods to him, so let's ask him about that.
What am I to do with these things I pilfer? No one will buy stolen goods from me.
Buying and selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something, I can make sure they're properly cared for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the arrangement.
Well, you can do a lot of things with him. He can learn you how to pickpocket, how to break in chests and open doors and do the lockpicking thing. That's also a part of this game. Let me show you my room, or Henry's room actually. Well, he's living here, and this is a bed he can use. And over here is a chest with all the stuff in it that I found in the world. I'm not going to go over that, all that, but there is always a pot on the fire here. You can eat from this pot, and well, because it's already late and Henry's probably tired, I think it's best time to go to bed, even though his uncle is still working at the mill. And then next day in the morning we'll go and have a look at the town of Rattay. Now you can set the amount of hours you want to sleep. Oh, that's why. Let's wake up at, well, it's a lot of hours sleeping, but let's take this. Because the villagers don't wake up that early. So if I get up at 5, everybody is in bed, there's nobody in the town. Now this sets all the NPCs to whatever they are supposed to be doing on certain specific parts of the day. You can see my nourishment is going down. So I'll have to eat soon. But as we know, there is a pot over there with food that Theresa cooked, and I have also some food in my inventory, so I'll eat something. And the game saves actually only upon sleeping, starting of quests, or if you exit the game. That was a recent addition. So let's eat something from the pot. See how full that made me. My nourishment has gone up to 60. That's on the right side of it. Let's eat an apple. The bread roll, well, probably shouldn't be eating it anymore because it's in an orange state. Dry meat is also safe to eat. And maybe a bit of honey. Well, this should do for today. Oh, then let's go into town and see what's going on there. The miller is already awake. Theresa, I don't know where she is, but we'll see her later. Of course, you can ride horses. You can gallop with the horse, and even if you give it some welly, you can sprint. If I don't crash into the terrain. You might have a stop over at the bathhouse here, because that's the place you can have a bath. That's what it's for, of course. And also you can repair your clothes and fix your wounds. Now I don't know about killing the chickens here, but if you kill chickens in Skyrim that's an offense. I've never tried killing chickens over here, but probably they won't take lightly to it. Hello.
I'm interested in your services.
And what is it you'd like?
Well, Henry says that a bit cheekily, services, because they do more than just bathing and cleaning and healing wounds. You can get a wench. And, well, at the moment, I don't even see that. There's been a change, so that's been taken out. So let's go for just launder my garments and take a bath. You could get a wench. Oh, there it is. To pay for a wench and everything that goes with that. Now, I'd let it to you to figure out what a wench is, but I think you can figure that out.
Get myself fixed up a bit. Have a bath and get my clothes washed.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
Well, you can pay what they are asking, but you can also haggle.
Not giving you that much.
And how much are you willing to pay?
So she's asking 10 groschen for it, and well, let's offer her, well, let's not be stingy, let's offer her 9.
What about this?
Come now. Just a little more, and we have a deal.
Of course, that's what they always say. I should have started with 8, of course. It's gonna be 9.5.
You won't regret spending the money. I guarantee it.
Now, there is no cutscene for this, for the bathing and cleaning ritual, but hey, okay. That's part of it. It's an indie game, and not everything is included. So then, now let's go to the Red Eye, which is up the hill there. Let's not walk, because walking is for peasants, and well, Henry, although he is the son of a blacksmith, he thinks he's a bit of a knight. Now the place is actually quite big, because this is only one of several villages and towns. I could have a look at a map to show you what it's like. So at the moment we are down here at the Red Eye, but you see there is Ledetsko and Neuhof, and over here is Talmberg, and these places all exist in present day Czechoslovakia. You can visit those. There is actually a video on YouTube which compares the game to what it is in real life. So I will leave a link in the description below, so you can have a look at that if you want. Now then, this is the town of Red Eye, and if you look here to the right, there is tents, and you'll probably also notice that the frames are going down quite a lot here, because there is a lot of NPCs here. And in these tents here live all the refugees that have been fleeing from Skalitz, where Henry lived too, and are now living here in Red Eye. Let's talk to one of them, just for funsies. Although it's not
Good day to you. What do you need?
How does life in Rattay suit you?
It'd be fine if we didn't have to sleep in hovels and beg for alms. And the bailiff is always on our backs. Bastard. But what can we do? We've got nowhere else to go.
I don't know if it is the same for you as
Find
for
out
me.
what actually happened.
What do I know? The lords are at each other's throats, but it's us that has to suffer for it, same as always. I reckon they was after the silver mines, wasn't they?
Yeah, there were silver mines in Skalitz. I don't know if you noticed, but the Cornelius, like he's called, one of the refugees, I can hardly hear what he's saying. That didn't used to be. We had, just the other day we had a bit of a patch, a big one actually. And this is one of the issues with the game too, that some of the NPCs just do whatever they want and just have no collision boxes whatsoever. They just walk through you or your horse. But it's still an enjoyable game, it is. Now this character here, I think is Sir Bernard. We could have a word with him because he's the guy who can teach you. Oh, it's just a guard.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I was mistaking you for Sir Bernard. That's because Sir Bernard lives in the castle and he is one of the soldiers of Sir Radzig, and you can learn how to sword fight with him. But let's have a look around in town. Well, it's a typical medieval town. Beggars everywhere. There's several shops here. I think we could have a walk here and let's have a word with these ladies because I need some food. As you already saw, I had not the best food anymore, so you can buy and sell from these. Of course, I'm gonna buy. Let's buy bread. Let's buy 2 bread rolls and some sweet pancakes. Then check the basket. I don't usually haggle with these girls because, well, they don't ask very high prices. And this lady is selling us vegetables and fruit. Here we have that's the weaponsmith or the armor smith it is, and he sells all sorts of armor.
God be with you.
You can also ask him about training and trade, and well, he sells all sorts of things. Let's have a quick look at it. So he's selling some shields, and he has all sorts of armor. But since I already have a pretty decent armor, I'm not gonna buy anything today here. I just wanted to let you know that is the possibility to upgrade your armor just by buying and selling. You can of course steal it. Now then, over here is the townhouse where the bailiff lives. It's a bit of the, well, it's not really the mayor, but he is taking care of town. And here's the apothecary where you can buy medicines if you're hurt or wounded. And, well, since it's Easter, I thought it might be a good idea to visit the church. It's all very well made. I think this church in real life is still there. Gotta be quiet now. She's praying. Look, it's all very well made. Now,
beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin. Disdain not our supplications in our distress, but deliver us from perils, only pure and blessed one.
Thank you, that was nice. Now I've been told that the Easter update, which this was, added Easter eggs to the game. Now I have not been able to find any, but I did see some videos of people finding these, and usually they're in chicken coops and in bird nests, because there are birds nests in town on several places. Now, I thought there were some birds nests here, but I'm not that sure. You can see it has a lot of back alleys. No, there is no bird's nest in this tree, unfortunately. Because in one of those bird's nests there is a golden egg. Yeah. Now to go to the other side of town we could of course walk. Well, I think we'll use toolbar. And then see if at the other side of town Sir Bernard is there, so I can show you a little bit of the sword fighting that it's in this game, and maybe even do some bow and arrow stuff. So to the left, right here is a trader you can sell goods to. There is another merchant there. The bakery is on the right. here to the right there is the tavern. You can drink beer and play a dice game. Yeah, a real dice game. You can win or lose. So I'm playing this game on medium settings. If you play this on high or ultra, it's gonna look even more stunning. But unfortunately, my 5-year-old PC can't run that. So you really need a very decent PC to run it on the highest settings. And even people with very high game spec, PC specs, are not able to run this on ultra without frame rate issues. Now we're leaving town now, and over here is the countryside. But over here is the ring where we can learn or do some sword fighting. The only thing is, yeah, he is there. Sir Bernard is there. There is only one problem you may have noticed if you've played this game before. That my Henry is a bit overladen. So let's take a bit off. I do want to wear this because the Theresa is a very tough opponent. Now you can switch through these to find out what is the most heaviest stuff. I might want to keep the shield as well. And I want to equip the sword. And this one. And then this one underneath. And I've been taking that off because we had to work with Theresa. Let's see, what can I put away? Moonshine. There is moonshine in my... The fem braces are nice to have because you need that for protecting your underarms, mainly for doing bow and arrow stuff. I don't know, what the hell can I put away? Just let's move this to the horse. Oh, I just dropped it incidentally. But I'll just pick it up. Yes, I'm below the... that is, if I can find it. Well, let's look for it another time. Let's talk to Bernard and have a word with him. Because then you can have a bit of an idea what the sword fighting in this game is like. It's not like Skyrim. It's very realistic.
Good day to you.
I'd like to do some training. We could do it with a practice weapon, but I think I'd like to do it with a real weapon.
I'd like to train, but I want real combat with real weapons.
A bit cocky, ain't you? But all right. I like a man with a bit of piss and vinegar in him. I'll never learn as much with a wooden sword as with a real weapon. The old master swordsman says a true apprentice of the martial arts should be wounded at least once. Some say he should even try what it's like to die. But that's blasphemy. Let's fight then. Have no fear, I won't kill you. But you might get hurt, and if you do, I won't bandage you. You'll have to deal with the consequences yourself. What weapon will you try?
Well, the bastard sword. I have a sword on me. I can't even sword. Yeah, let's lose the short sword and the shield. That's probably the best. Yeah.
I'd like to train with a short sword, like a proper knight.
And I
And
use
I'll
a
take a
shield.
shield too.
Yeah, I got it.
Right, lad. Grab your piece, and we'll get stuck in.
Well then, I need to be quick here because I can block him, I can stab him.
Merca.
But he is blocking it too because no surrender. You need to be moving.
Get what for?
What I noticed is I did not. I blocked in time there. I told you, he's good and I'm bad. You should also keep your distance and keep moving about, because otherwise, well, you are going to get a hit. It's not making it easier to use a shield, actually. Oh, is he gonna attack us? Yes.
Come on then.
And you just need to block just in time. Ow, I was too late with that. Also, if you see the screen grey out, it means Henry is running out of stamina. Oh god, he hit me again. I shouldn't be talking and fighting, of course, that's not gonna work. Of course, we can never win from Sir Radzik, that's impossible.
Fucker!
What did he say? He's a fucker? I don't think so, Henry. Mind your words, Henry. Yeah, I can stab him, I can hack him, slash him, and then he's hitting me. You know what, I'm going to give it one more try and then surrender before we die. Or get wounded. Then we need to go to the bathhouse, because my Henry doesn't know how to fix himself up yet. I think you get the point.
This won't take long.
Well, I did put the surrender button, but it seems not to be working, or I'm making a mistake. Let's corner him. Oh my god, he's hitting me.
Stop! Hear me! Stop! I give up!
Well, you can't defeat this guy, he's way too high level. You see, my health did get a bit of a beating on the bar in the bottom of the screen. We moved a bit. Now then, after that training session with Captain Bernard, I think it's time to go home again. Let's see how Theresa is doing. Quickest way is through town anyway, so let's do that. We might have a little stop over here because there are Easter eggs supposed to be in this game. And if I'm not mistaken, then Easter eggs, or eggs at least, are being laid by chickens, and there are lots of chickens here and chicken coops. So maybe in these chicken coops there are Easter eggs, and lo and behold they are! A blue, a green and a red one, and even a rooster feather. So now, that's a bit of a joke of Warhorse Studios, the company that programmed this game, to put real Easter eggs in here. Are there more here? Yes, there are. Let's take them all. Might be a nice present to give to Theresa. The gardens doesn't seem to mind, and I'm taking Easter eggs. So, wouldn't be a good thing to happen if I had to go to jail for stealing eggs here. Because that can happen if you commit a crime and you cannot pay the fine, you will go to prison. I'm sorry. Let's not run over Mr. Hanush. He's a very important person in this city here. Now let's hurry up a bit because it's already, the sun is already setting again. And you see the Warhorse has gone for a real medieval look with this game. Made it into something that looks like a medieval town. As realistic as possible, of course, because it's still a game after all. And it is still playable as a game. The Skeleton refugees are still here, of course. Now then, let's ride back to the mill and see if Theresa wants to have a word with us again. Because I'm still trying to finish the courtship quest. That I haven't been able to do that yet. Probably I should be riding not as fast as this because it's not good for the frame rate, but I don't want this video to take too long, so I have to just have to let this happen. Now then, before we go out and have a word with Theresa, I think it's better to smarten up a bit. And I have some good clothes in my horse's inventory that I bought some time ago. And I'm going to put that on instead of all the stuff, the armored stuff that I'm wearing now. Let's go to the armor section. It makes it a little easier. A fancy shirt, a green hose, fashionable slippers, and take all that armor off. See, now Henry looks a lot smarter. We only need a white fancy shirt. Oh, he's already wearing that. Look, that's a lot better. Now then, let's see if we can have a word with Theresa. With a bit of luck, she is in her usual spot here at the table. No, she's not. Well, that's a surprise. Let's have a look. Where is she? She might be indoors. Theresa's never that far away. Did you go to bed already, Theresa? Really? Can't believe it.
Would you like to get up to some more mischief? It was fun the last time.
Yes, it was. I'm a bit surprised you thought so too. Although a girl doesn't get a chance to tend the wounds of a gallant defender every day. Shall we play blind man's buff?
That's really what you want to do?
I know it's a game for children, but I always liked it, and I won't feel stupid playing it with you.
Alright then.
Alright, why not?
Good, then follow me.
Now I'm curious what she's up to. We're gonna play a child's game here, apparently. Let's use the ladder instead of jumping down. Oh, there she is. Hello, Theresa.
Nobody
Yes.
will see us here in this barn.
Are you shy?
It's a game for little children. Of course I'm embarrassed.
Well, adults play it too, you know.
But only when they're drunk.
That's an interesting game. What that's supposed to be, Theresa? I thought we were gonna go into town and have a drink here somewhere, but... Ooh.
I'll cover my eyes.
Well, they do say love is blind.
Cheeky boy.
But this is a game you won't be winning. I've got ears sharper than a bat's.
And I'm as stealthy as a cat. You'll never find me.
We'll see.
But if you leave the barn, you lose. Come here. Come on, spin me around. What are you waiting for?
Blind I may be, deaf I'm not. Make a sound, and you'll get got. How does it go after that?
It doesn't matter. Go and hide. Ha! Got you.
Now then, she needs to find us. Are we gonna make it difficult to her, or are we just gonna let her find us quickly? Hello, Theresa. Behind you.
What was that? Was that you?
Yeah, I'm here.
There, you see. I can hear better than a bat. Oh no! I've left clothes out to dry. We have to bring them in before they get soaked.
Oh my god, it's raining again.
Oh no, it's completely soaked.
You'll have to put it by the stove to dry.
No, that would just make it reek of smoke. Help me bring it to the hay.
Yes, I would like it. Oh, I can pick it up. That's cool. There's another one. Let's pick that up too. You got the last one then, Theresa? She does. Now let's get inside before we all get soaking wet.
It's sopping wet.
afraid of thunderstorms, are you?
Not anymore.
Shouldn't we spread the linen out?
Henry, hush now.
Now then, that was a surprising end to the courtship quest. Making love to Theresa, who would have thought that was gonna happen? Well, it stopped raining all of a sudden too. Oh no, it's still raining. I think this is where I would like to leave it, with this little bit of a showcase of what Kingdom Come Deliverance is. It's only a snippet of what the game really is, because there are real big battles in it and all sorts of stuff. But this video will be too short to be able to show all that. Maybe I'll make another one someday. But for now, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and well, maybe see you in another video someday on another time. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.